So during this weekly fragrance rotation, I did pull out some heavy hitters and got a few compliments. So stay tuned to find out which fragrances I chose to wear throughout the week. Hey, what's going on guys? Hunter here and welcome back to my channel. And if you are new, what I do is I make fragrance related content. So if you love fragrances, go and smash the subscribe button down below. But that's right guys, I'm bringing you another weekly fragrance rotation. And if you are not familiar with this series of what I do, I pretty much tell you what fragrances I chose to wear on each day, the kind of weather it was, how many sprays, and if that fragrance got any compliments or not. So per usual, let's start this week off on Sunday. Okay guys, so on Sunday, pretty much on Sunday, I was just relaxing at home. Didn't really do much that I recall. And I actually want to pull out a fragrance that I can only pretty much enjoy for myself. This is a fragrance that I don't really wear out into public because it's very offensive and just a very daring fragrance. And the fragrance I chose to wear is Bond No. 9's Black Sapphire from the Dubai collection. Now, with Black Sapphire, guys, this is pretty much to me, this is Bond No. 9's It Oud fragrance because you get a ton of that barnyardy oud in here alongside a very waxy animalic beeswax. And I do get some honey as well, which I love the note of honey in fragrances. But with this one, guys, like I said, it's very, very daring. And on that day, I did go 5 sprays of this stuff, which is plenty because this stuff is very potent. Also on that day, it was extremely hot and sunny. I believe it was like 90 degrees. So if I were to wear this one outside in the 90-degree heat, man, this stuff would just become so cloying and I probably wouldn't actually enjoy this fragrance anymore. But luckily, I just pretty much relaxed at home for the entire day in air conditioning. And man, this was a delight to wear. And I love to wear this one just for myself. I look at it like a piece of art. But yeah, guys, that's what I chose to wear on Sunday is Black Sapphire. Okay, so for Monday, I am at work for most of the day on Monday. It was also kind of a cloudy, dark, somewhat of a colder day. I think it was in the 60s. So I actually chose to wear Viktor & Rolf's Spicebomb. Of course, this is the original Spicebomb, which I absolutely adore, guys. I fell in love with this fragrance years and years ago. Now with Spicebomb, of course, hence the name Spicebomb. That is exactly where you're gonna get with this, guys. You are hit in the face with a ton of spices, but alongside the spiciness, you do have a very masculine tobacco note in here that I absolutely love so much, especially for like the fall and winter, not so much in the spring and summer because it's very dark, very kind of obviously spicy and tobacco-y. It has like a cherry pipe tobacco. I almost get like a cherryness in this fragrance, even though I don't believe it's listed. I think it just comes from that tobacco note, man. But this stuff is phenomenal. Now, at work, I did go 6 sprays of this stuff. I did not get any compliments, which is surprising because a lot of times, every time I wear this one, people absolutely lose their mind over Spicebomb. But yeah, guys, that's what I chose to wear for the first day of work is Spicebomb by Viktor & Rolf. Okay, so for Tuesday, also at work, even though I believe I actually left work early on that day, so I wasn't at work all day. And then after that, I just did run a little bit of errands and stuff. But I actually chose to wear Old Faithful in my collection that never disappoints. And of course, it is Armag's Club de Nuit Intense Man, the original Eau de Toilette. Now with Club de Nuit Intense Man, of course, this is a Creed Aventus cologne, which is done very, very well, especially if you love smoky, like batches of Aventus. This is exactly that, guys. Even though in the opening it is pretty harsh from that lemon note, it almost can come across like a cleaning solution. But in the dry down is where Club de Nuit absolutely shines, guys. I absolutely love this dry down of this fragrance. I don't care what anybody says. I know this gets a ton of hate. And honestly, I know I shouldn't love this fragrance so much because it's not artistic, it's not blended well or anything like that. But man, I just love the DNA of this. And when I'm in that Creed Aventus kind of mood, I'd rather wear this to work than waste my Aventus bottle for just going to work. I like to save that for like special occasions and stuff of that nature. But on that day, I did go 10 sprays of Club de Nuit Intense Man, so a little bit heavy on the trigger with this one, which I don't really mind. I did not get any compliments from it on that day either, but I was only at work for only a couple hours. I actually took off pretty early in the day. So yeah, it wasn't really by that many people, but man, this stuff, it just works. It's versatile and you wear it on any occasion. So that's what I chose to wear for Tuesday. All right, so for Wednesday, I actually have kind of a funny story to tell you guys, but on Wednesday at work all day long, I actually was running extremely late to work. So kind of woke up out of bed, kind of got hurried, like got changed and everything in a rush, picked the fragrance very, very quickly. just on the whim, and I chose to wear actually Armand's Club de Nuit Intense Man, the Eau de Parfum, so the flanker of the EDT. Now, the reason I chose this one, like I said, it just works. It's Eau Faithful, Eau Versatile, everything like that. And actually just thought in my head, I kind of wanted to compare the EDT to the EDP, like day after day kind of thing. So I chose to wear this one, and like I said, it was on a whim. Now, funny enough, guys, I got to work, and if you don't know, I actually work a physical labor kind of job. So sweating, doing, you know, just getting really hot and stuff like that. And since I was running late to work, I actually forgot to put deodorant on that day. I know it was embarrassing, guys. It was a mistake on my part, trust me. And even though this stuff is strong, it cannot cover up that. So definitely don't wear fragrances if you pretty much don't shower or forgot to put deodorant on, because it could, I guess, not make it worse, so to say. I guess it could cover it up a little bit, but man, it does not cover it up at all, because on that day, I did go 8 sprays of Club de Nuit Intense Man EDP. But after a couple hours at work, man, I started smelling like BO from not putting deodorant on. And yeah, that's pretty much what I smelled the whole day instead of this, guys, unfortunately. I know it's kind of embarrassing. I hope no one really thought I smelled or anything like that, because I always wear deodorant, but on that day, was running late. But like I said, 8 sprays of this stuff, definitely did not get any compliments, but that's what I chose to wear on Wednesday. And if you don't know, the EDP is a lot more smoother, it's less harsh and sharp than the original EDT, and it lasts longer, but it doesn't project as much. But yeah, Armand's Club de Nuit Intense Man EDP. Okay, so wrapping the work week off on Thursday, which is my last day of the week at work, so I was there pretty much all day long. And it was a cloudy, kind of a warmer day, but I just was in the mood for this one because it's just so delicious. And of course it is Tom Ford's Black Orchid Eau de Parfum. The first launch from Tom Ford, at least from his house, man. And Black Orchid is just so iconic. With Black Orchid, of course, you get that truffle earthy note in this fragrance alongside a floral orchid note as well. Even though it's not heavy on the florals like the EDT flankers, as you see behind me, that one does lean a little bit more feminine. This one is definitely unisex, and I'm glad they finally made this unisex, because back in 2006 when this first launched, it was targeted towards women. But man, I don't see anything feminine about this fragrance that much. It's very earthy, very dirty. Does have a chocolatey gourmand accord to here, and a little bit floral as well. But yeah, on that day, I did go 8 sprays of Black Orchid to work. I did get a compliment from a coworker when I was by her working. She's like, wow, you smell so good. And yeah, I just said thank you. I didn't really tell her what I was wearing or anything like that. But yeah, she loved this one. And yeah, it isn't the most crowd pleasing. It is a little bit complex, or actually very complex. There's a ton of notes in here, and a little bit daring as well, just because of the earthiness and stuff like that. But to wrap the work week off on Thursday, I wore Black Orchid. All right, so for Friday, I did go out shopping. I did get some dinner, stuff like that. I was off work on that day. And it was a rainy day as well, but it was a little bit warmer in like the mid 70s or so. And I actually chose to wear Creed Aventus Cologne, the flanker to the King Aventus. And if Aventus is the king, then Aventus Cologne is the prince, because this one does lean a little bit more youthful. It's way more vibrant, citrusy, and fruity. What I actually do for me, I wear Aventus for like the fall and winter, and I stick to Aventus Cologne for the spring and summer. It's just the perfect combination. But on that day, I did go 8 sprays of Aventus Cologne. Now, I did get a compliment on this fragrance when I was at dinner with my fiance. This woman's like, wow, one of you smell so amazing. And this always happens because she obviously wears fragrances. And on that day, she was wearing Delina from Parfum de Mali. So every time that happens when we're together, we have to try to figure out who she's actually complimenting. And I don't know if it's like a mixture, but I told her I was wearing Creed Aventus Cologne, and she's like, oh, no way, I know Creed. I actually own Himalaya, and I love Himalaya. And we started talking about that because a lot of your like average people in the world, they don't know what Creed is or niche fragrances or anything like that. So that was pretty interesting that she actually loves and wears Himalaya. So we kind of came to the conclusion that she was complimenting Aventus Cologne. But yeah, for me, guys, women absolutely love this one. From my experience, I get more compliments from guys wearing Aventus because that just smells so alpha and they always want to know what you're wearing. But the women absolutely adore Aventus Cologne. So if you're looking for compliments from women, guys, you have to get this fragrance. This stuff just works. But that's what I chose to wear on Friday to do some shopping and get some dinner, is Aventus Cologne. All right, so wrapping the week off on Saturday. So Saturday, I did also go out to the mall and do some shopping and whatnot. And it was a sunny, warmer day as well. and I actually chose to wear Fragrance Du Bois New York Intense. This is just so sophisticated, so elegant, and just so refined. Like, man, Fragrance Du Bois is one of the best high quality fragrance houses I've ever got my nose on, man. They never disappoint. With New York Intense, what this fragrance is, I do get a nice fruity blackberry in the opening of this stuff, but in the dry down, it's extremely woody, a little bit resinous as well. This one does lean very masculine compared to some of the others from the house, like Santal Complete, which I absolutely love as well. But yeah, this one does lean a little bit more on the masculine side. But on that day, I did go 8 sprays. Other stuff did not get any compliments, but wow, was I happy wearing this, man. Just always getting whiffs throughout the day. Every time I would just instantly smile. That's the kind of impression this fragrance does, at least for me. It just makes me smile. It smells so luxurious, so high end, and it just smells like money. Yeah, that's pretty much New York Intense wrapped up. But yeah, that's what I chose to wear to wrap up the week on Saturday is Fragrance Du Bois New York Intense. So that's gonna do it for this weekly fragrance rotation, guys. I hope you did enjoy, and let me know down below per usual what you guys chose to wear throughout the week. But as always, leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch all you guys in the next upload. Take care, everybody.